In the decades leading up to the Clone War, the Jedi Order recognized the re-emergence of the dark side of the Force, and that it was gaining strength. This would of course become even more evident and important for the Jedi during the events of Episode 1, where Darth Maul left no doubt that the Sith had returned after a millennium, their order not destroyed but hidden and working against the Jedi. As revealed through the thoughts of Dooku within the novel Labyrinth of Evil, the Jedi Order had made only minimal efforts over these prior decades to stop the dark side's growing strength, an aspect that would be the catalyst for Dooku's eventual break with the Jedi and his alliance with the Sith. But even Dooku had to recognize that there were Jedi who were aware of what was occurring in this way, and for Dooku, there was perhaps none who was more aware of these changes than Yoda himself. However, there's a great reveal within the Labyrinth of Evil novel where Yoda had to admit that despite all of his awareness of the growing threat of the Sith and dark side of the Force, even he underestimated the danger represented by Darth Sidious and the new Sith Order that emerged a millennium after the new Sith Wars. In fact, Yoda would recognize that it was his duel with Dooku on Geonosis where he understood just how dangerous Sidious was. While meditating upon Coruscant in the final days of the Clone War, Yoda revealed that over the centuries of his experience as a Jedi, he was not unacquainted with the power of the dark side. This was something he also revealed to Dooku months earlier, which caused Dooku to consider in the final months of the galactic conflict whether Yoda had at some point investigated the dark side of the Force for himself, as a way in which to better understand those who opposed the Jedi. But Yoda was clear. It was this understanding of the dark side that allowed him to fully comprehend the danger of Darth Sidious. And yet, this understanding only manifested itself for Yoda once he confronted Dooku on Geonosis. Through his duel with the former Jedi, Yoda came to an important understanding regarding Sidious and the new Sith Order of the present era. For Yoda, the efforts of the Sith were no longer so simple. It wasn't merely that the Sith were waiting for the perfect time in which to re-emerge and attempt to destroy the Jedi. The Sith were also waiting for the right individual to emerge and carry out their grand plan. In Yoda's words, the Sith had been waiting for someone who was strong enough not just to fully embrace the dark side, but to also become its dedicated instrument. And as Yoda finally understood following his duel with Dooku, Sidious was this individual, representing someone who the Sith Order had been waiting for to achieve its goals. In this way, Yoda was no longer unaware of the true power of Darth Sidious. Interestingly, it was Sidious's ability to hide in plain sight where he was able to instruct Dooku to reveal his existence to the Jedi through Obi-Wan, which demonstrated just how powerful Sidious was. This was a point of significant frustration for Yoda, as even in the final days of the Clone War, it wasn't simply that they of course didn't know who Darth Sidious was, but they also had no evidence that explained what control Sidious might have within the Senate, as Dooku revealed roughly 3 years earlier. For Yoda, this was evidence of Darth Sidious's power. In a conversation with Obi-Wan, where they discussed aspects about the war and how it developed, Yoda eventually grew impatient with the discussion and had to admit that the Clone War was ambitious and incomprehensible, both in the way it began and in the way it developed. Sidious's ability to hide in plain sight, despite having Dooku reveal information about him, was proof of Sidious's immense power for Yoda, recognizing the full extent of the danger represented by the Sith Lord after his duel with Dooku. For this reason, Yoda had to admit that even he wouldn't be able to stop the growth of the dark side, with only the Chosen One able to accomplish such an outcome. In this way, it wasn't only the right time for the Sith to re-emerge, but Sidious was the individual able to accomplish their grand plan. So there we have it, how Yoda recognized the danger of Darth Sidious after his duel with Dooku in Episode 2. Thank you very much to all of the Patreon members of Star Wars Reading Club, as your support is so greatly appreciated. You can find all of our social media links and a link to our Star Wars gaming channel in the description below for updates and even more Star Wars content. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. If not for me... For important lightsaber duels.